guys, welcome back. So we're just gonna carry on from where we left, and we're going to be talking about God-esteem. So she's gonna carry on from there.
Yeah, so I'm going to start from where we stopped. Initially, in the first part, in the first video, I introduced our topic, establishing God esteem in teenage youth. And in cooperation with what is going on today, we're celebrating Youth Day in South Africa, remembering all that the struggles the youth went through as far back as the late 70s. So, but that's not our major focus. The main focus of today's message is just to reach out to teenage youth out there in the world, wherever they are, just to remind them that there's a difference between self-esteem and God-esteem. Now, I will start by explaining what self-esteem is. Self-esteem has to do with the sense of worth of an individual. Knowing your sense of worth as an individual is very important, but it is one thing to know your sense of worth, which then most of the time has to do with your physical appearance, your look, your structure, your beauty, and sometimes it could be abstract, like, having a sense of pride in who you are. And we should be very careful as human beings, as individuals, not just teenagers, but everyone, not to get so taken away with self-esteem, because at times it could lead to self-centeredness. It could lead to being boastful of our strength. So caution has to be taken with that, and that will lead us to what is most important of all, God-esteem. For every child of God, for every son of God, for everyone that has known God or has a relationship with God, it is important that that person has the grace of God upon herself or himself, and that is what leads to having God esteem. However, there are some instances of people that have grace of God even without having that special encounter with God themselves. So going back to our focus on the youth, I want to give an example of few people in the Bible that established, or will I say, had this special grace of God upon their lives and manifested in form of God esteem. For instance, we have David. David was a shroud, young boy. He wasn't as tall and handsome and powerful or strong. He never really appeared to have all of those structures, But God chose him. God chose him, and at the end of the day, he was the one that killed Goliath. And if we could remember, he used the name of God before he could strike Goliath down. Another example is Moses. Moses grew up with the Egyptians, but at the end of the day, the grace of God led him to achieve his purpose. He was not perfect, he was not an eloquent speaker, and that was his inadequacy. And when he had an encounter with God, I remember he pointed out his inadequacy to God, and that is what we all have to do. The youth out there, you all might be struggling with one thing or the other, which might have been affected, which must have led to maybe how you were brought up, your family structure, the value or your culture, the influence you have, the influence of the society on you. You should not let that weigh you down. You shouldn't let your struggles, your challenges, your physical outlook, your structure weigh you down. God loves you regardless. That is why John 3:16 reminds us that for God so loved the world that he gave his only son for redemption. And also we can remember in the book of Romans, God reminded us that we are uniquely, we are wonderfully, we are beautifully made. Everyone is well knitted and well planned. No child is a mistake. No teenager is a mistake. No youth is a mistake. You have a purpose to achieve for God. It's meant for you to identify it and establish it in your life. That will lead me to round up with a conclusion. How to establish our God esteem in us. First of all, we have to go back to the Word. The Word of God will reveal to us, will reassure us of what God thinks of you, not what you think of yourself. What you think of yourself is self-esteem, and it will lead to self-centeredness, selfishness, jealousy, and inadequacy. In some times, get taken away by your insecurities. It could lead to jealousy as well. But with God-esteem, reminds you of God's unconditional love. God's unconditional love, regardless of your dark sides, of your flaws. He will guide you. He will direct you. I hope you're blessed with what I've said, but I would also like to hear from what Jessica or Jess has to say with all that I've pointed out.
So I truly do agree, and I also came up with some more information that I think can also help you. So self-esteem is like when you believe in yourself that you can do something wonderful, and that could lead to self-confidence, and too much of self-confidence can lead to pride, and pride is not, well, pride is a good thing to have of yourself if you are a very quiet and shy person, but too much pride is not that good, because then God-esteem can't really come through. So we just have to make sure that we have enough God-esteem. So God-esteem is like when you are proud of yourself, but you're proud in a way that acknowledges God. And
Absolutely.
yes, and there are some people in the Bible that have done that. Like Esther, she used the power that God had given her, knowing that it wasn't she that had the power herself, it was also God. And she used that power to fight for her land, and then she became queen, but she was only just a slave. And I think that we should really put God-esteem in our everyday lives. And that is all I really have to say for now. And I think we'll see you in more of our videos. And please do comment and tell us what you think, because we are not perfect, because we are human. And I think that we do need some more space to improve our videos. And if you have anything more to say.
Yes, thank you so much for liking. I'm hoping that everyone or whoever out there will find what we have said very beneficial, especially to the youths, the teenage youths. They are quite vulnerable, because whatever they think of themselves today is what affects them, affects who they will be as adults, So that was why we thought we should come up with this. It's our very first video. We're not perfect, as she mentioned, but we believe that your comments and your posts and your messages will encourage us to do better as time goes on. Thank you. I wish you, I hope you like, follow us, subscribe. Bye.